Okay, so on Monday, we talked about how where you hold tension is why your posture is how it is, and it's what matters even more than your posture does. So if your rib cage is stacked over top of your pelvis, then it allows this relationship between your diaphragm moving down and your pelvic floor moving down with your inhale, and then your pelvic floor lifting and your diaphragm lifting with your exhale. And so when you have that relationship, it makes your core function more effective and more powerful. If you hold tension in your back and you push your belly forward, you disrupt this relationship between your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. If you hold tension in your bum and you push your hips forward, you also disrupt this relationship between your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. And so today's reel is focusing on what happens when you hold that tension in your hips. And you push them forward. So when you create this tension in the back of your hip, or the back of your hips, and you're pushing your hips forward, it's tilting your pelvis backwards. Even if it doesn't look like it's oriented backwards relative to the ground, that's totally possible. But as you hold this tension in the back of your hip, then it's tucking your bum under. There is a relative lengthening of the front of your pelvic floor, a shortening of the back of your pelvic floor. And so to change that, we want to create length in the back of your pelvic floor and practice moving into that space. So that's what the hinge is accomplishing for you. It is similar to a squat, but where the motion is focused on the backward movement and where there is a relative shortening of the front of the pelvic floor and lengthening of the back of the pelvic floor. And that when you move in this way, it also encourages that inward rotation of your hips.